For decades, the world's attention has been fixed on Russia and China, two giants whose histories and ambitions have shaped the global order. We've watched their leaders, their military parades, and their growing influence, always wondering if the next great conflict would erupt from their rivalry. For years, the expectation has been that World War III, if it ever came, would start in the east, with tanks rolling across European borders, or warships clashing in the South China Sea. But what if the real spark, the true ignition point, is somewhere else entirely? What if it's the Middle East, a region already scarred by decades of conflict, but now teetering on the edge of something far more dangerous? The tension between Israel and Iran has reached a boiling point, sending shockwaves through capitals around the world. The air is thick with anxiety, and every new headline seems to bring us closer to the brink. This isn't just another regional fight. This is a collision between two powerful, ideologically opposed nations, each convinced that the other's existence threatens their own survival. Their leaders speak in absolutes, and compromise seems impossible. For years, their conflict simmered in the shadows, a secret war of spies, sabotage, and cyber attacks. But now, that shadow war has burst into the open, and the stakes have never been higher. Israel is openly threatening to strike Iran's nuclear facilities, warning that it will do whatever it takes to prevent a nuclear-armed Iran. In response, Iran promises retaliation on a scale the world has never seen, vowing to unleash chaos if attacked. The United States, long an ally of Israel and a negotiator with Iran, now finds itself caught in a diplomatic nightmare. American officials scramble to prevent escalation, but their influence is waning as both sides dig in. Embassies are evacuating staff, military forces are mobilizing, and naval fleets in the Mediterranean are on high alert. The world watches as the clock ticks down, each moment feeling like the final seconds before an explosion. World leaders rush to emergency summits, analysts debate possible outcomes, and ordinary people everywhere are glued to their screens, wondering if this is just another crisis, or the start of something catastrophic. The old rules of diplomacy and deterrence seem to have vanished, replaced by ultimatums, threats, and a dangerous new unpredictability. Leaders on both sides are locked in a high-stakes standoff, each daring the other to make the first move, each convinced that backing down is not an option. And as the world holds its breath, civilians everywhere are left to wonder, are we witnessing just another round of saber-rattling, or is this the moment history will remember as the beginning of a global catastrophe? The answer may come sooner than anyone expects. To understand today's danger, you have to look back. Israel and Iran were once allies, sharing intelligence and trade before 1979. The Islamic Revolution changed everything. Suddenly, Iran saw Israel as the little Satan, an illegitimate outpost of the West. Iran's new leaders made Israel's destruction a core policy, not just rhetoric. For Israel, this was existential, a powerful nation vowing to wipe it out. Israel, shaped by the trauma of the Holocaust, takes such threats seriously, building a formidable military. Iran's support for anti-Israel groups and its nuclear ambitions became the ultimate threat. This isn't about borders or oil, it's about survival and ideology. Iran wants to dominate the region and push out Western influence. Israel wants to ensure its security and prevent any hostile power from rising. These visions can't coexist. That's the fuel for today's fire. For decades, Israel and Iran fought a shadow war. Never directly, always through proxies. Iran built the axis of resistance, arming groups like Hezbollah in Lebanon and Hamas in Gaza to strike at Israel. In Syria, Iran propped up Assad and established a military foothold threatening Israel from the east. These proxies let Iran attack Israel without direct confrontation. Israel responded with relentless airstrikes, sabotage, and assassinations, hitting Iranian targets in Syria, sabotaging nuclear sites, and targeting key figures. The message: Israel can strike anywhere, anytime. The digital front is just as fierce, cyber attacks, viruses like Stuxnet, and constant hacking on both sides. This invisible war has real-world consequences, disrupting infrastructure and sowing chaos. For years, this shadow conflict kept things from boiling over, but it was always a fragile balance. Now, that balance is gone. In April 2025, the shadow war exploded into the open. Iran launched a massive direct attack on Israel, hundreds of drones and missiles, a clear escalation. Israel and its allies intercepted most, but the psychological shock was huge. Iran was done hiding behind proxies. Israel's response was swift and precise, surgical strikes deep inside Iran, including a critical radar near Isfahan. The message: Israel can hit anywhere, even near Iran's nuclear sites. Both sides flexed their capabilities, and the world watched in alarm. Oil prices soared, markets crashed, airlines rerouted flights. The regional Cold War had turned hot. Suddenly, The world was staring into the abyss of a direct war between two nuclear-capable powers. The old rules were gone. The risk of escalation was now global. The stakes had never been higher. The world held its breath. This isn't just Israel and Iran's fight, it's a global flashpoint, a crisis that has the world holding its breath. What happens here could ripple far beyond the region, affecting millions of lives and reshaping international alliances. The stakes are higher than ever, and every move is being watched, analyzed, and debated in capitals across the globe. The US, China, and Russia are all deeply involved, each with their own interests, ambitions, and fears. These are not just bystanders, they are power players, each with a unique stake in the outcome. Their actions and reactions could determine whether this conflict stays contained or explodes into something much bigger. The US is Israel's main ally, providing military aid, intelligence, and diplomatic cover. But now, Washington faces a dilemma. Should it double down on support for Israel, risking a wider war, or try to rein in its ally to prevent escalation? The choices are tough, and the consequences could be felt around the world. US embassies are evacuating, military assets are moving into position, and Washington is on edge. The sense of urgency is palpable as leaders weigh their options and prepare for the unknown. Every decision is being made under the shadow of potential disaster. Russia, with its close ties to Iran and a military foothold in Syria, sees opportunity in America's distraction. Moscow enjoys watching the US struggle, but it also fears chaos spilling over into its own backyard. Russia wants influence, not instability, and is carefully calibrating its moves. At the United Nations, Moscow is ready to block US initiatives, making diplomacy even more complicated. The Security Council becomes a battleground of words and vetoes, with little hope for consensus. China, Iran's top oil customer, is watching nervously. For Beijing, stability is everything. War would disrupt vital trade routes and energy supplies, sending shockwaves through its economy and the global markets. The price of oil, the flow of goods, and the confidence of investors all hang in the balance. Beijing calls for calm and restraint, urging all sides to step back from the brink. But China's deep investments in Iran mean it can't simply walk away. Its economic future is tied, in part, to Iran's survival and stability. Each power is playing its own game, turning a regional conflict into a global chess match. Every move is strategic, every alliance is tested, and every miscalculation could have far-reaching consequences. What happens in Tehran and Tel Aviv matters in Washington, Moscow, and Beijing. The decisions made in these cities will shape the future of the Middle East, and possibly the world. The risk is clear. A local war spiraling into a global crisis, drawing in new actors and threatening to upend the international order. The world is holding its breath, hoping for de-escalation, but preparing for the worst. The world is watching, and the stakes are enormous. From boardrooms to living rooms, from parliaments to protest squares, people everywhere are glued to the news, aware that the outcome could affect us all. No one can afford to look away. In this moment, the fate of nations, and perhaps the world order itself, hangs in the balance. The nuclear threat is what makes this crisis truly terrifying. Iran insists its nuclear program is peaceful, but the world, and especially Israel, doesn't buy it. The 2015 nuclear deal collapsed, and now Iran is enriching uranium dangerously close to weapons grade. Israel's policy is clear: it will never allow Iran to get the bomb. Israel is widely believed to have its own nuclear arsenal, though it's never confirmed it. This creates a deadly standoff. Israel has the bomb, Iran is on the brink. If either side feels cornered, the temptation to use nuclear weapons could become real. The direct missile exchanges in April made this nightmare scenario feel possible. One miscalculation could trigger a chain reaction no one can control. The world hasn't faced a nuclear risk like this since 1945. The stakes are existential. The world is holding its breath. Mid-June 2025, the region is a powder keg. Diplomacy has failed, talks are deadlocked, leaders are digging in. Netanyahu faces pressure to strike Iran's nuclear sites with or without US approval. Iran's leaders vow defiance, rallying national pride and preparing for the worst. The economic fallout is global. Oil prices surge, markets tumble, shipping is disrupted. Ordinary people in Israel and Iran live in constant fear. Missile drills, economic hardship, and uncertainty rule daily life. The human cost is already immense, even before a full-scale war. The world economy teeters on the edge. Every headline sends shockwaves through global markets. The crisis is no longer distant. It's affecting everyone, everywhere. The danger is real and growing. While missiles fly, another war rages online. Israel and Iran are fighting for control of the narrative, using social media, AI, and armies of bots. Troll farms flood platforms with propaganda, fake news, and deepfakes, making it hard to know what's real. Each side tries to demoralize the other and sway global opinion. The information war targets everyone, everywhere, not just the region. AI-generated predictions about war are leaked, fueling panic and sometimes becoming self-fulfilling prophecies. The digital battlefield is as important as the physical one. Truth is the first casualty, and confusion reigns. Navigating this minefield is one of the biggest challenges of the crisis. In this new world, information is a weapon. We're at a crossroads. Diplomacy is stalled, and the threat of war looms larger than ever. The world is holding its breath, waiting to see what will unfold in the coming days and weeks. Tensions are high, and uncertainty is everywhere. A limited Israeli strike could easily spiral out of control, triggering a region-wide conflict with devastating human and economic costs. The impact would be felt not just in the immediate area, but across borders and continents as violence spreads and instability grows. Iran and its proxies could unleash a barrage of rockets, target U.S. military bases, and even attempt to choke off global oil supplies. The consequences would ripple through international markets, affecting everything from energy prices to global security. A full-scale war would create a massive refugee crisis, forcing millions to flee their homes and overwhelming neighboring countries. The resulting instability could destabilize entire regions, with humanitarian needs skyrocketing and borders under strain. The nuclear shadow hangs over every scenario, a chilling reminder that escalation could have consequences beyond imagination. Even the mere threat of nuclear weapons changes the calculations of every nation involved. Is there hope? Maybe, a last-minute diplomatic breakthrough is still possible. History has shown that dialogue, even at the 11th hour, can sometimes avert disaster. The world is watching, hoping for a peaceful solution. The great powers have a stake in preventing catastrophe, but time is running out. Every hour counts, and the decisions made now will echo for generations. The momentum is toward conflict, and bold leadership is needed to pull back from the brink. It will take courage, vision, and compromise to change course and avoid disaster. As citizens, our role is to stay informed, look past propaganda, and understand the stakes. We must demand accountability from our leaders and support efforts for peace, not just for ourselves, but for the world at large. This crisis affects us all, from gas prices at the pump to the stability of global markets. Our daily lives, our jobs, and our futures are all connected to what happens next. The future is unwritten, but it's being shaped right now by the choices of leaders, and by the voices of ordinary people everywhere. We owe it to ourselves, and to future generations, to pay attention, to care, and to act. The world we leave behind depends on what we do today.